Going on, y'all? It's your boy Crypto 420. You see it? Post drip. Matter of fact, it needs its own interest music. Don't mind me. Dun 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 dun. I was sitting, on my phone when I got an instant message. Opened it, and to my surprise, what was it? Post drip. They said one day you might just want to ROI. Nah, I'm tripping. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this, but I'm not gonna get into it all the way. The difference between drip and post drip, we're just gonna do it real quick. Drip and post drip are not the same entity. They are not made by the same development team. And post drip is not a fork of drip. It has the idolization, like the idea of drip, but they went in a totally different direction with it. It does have a faucet where you can make 1% a day for the 365 days, but the max tokens that you're gonna get is 36,500 instead of 100,000 tokens. It's ranged like that more for stability. And the other difference is how it accumulates and how you're compounding, and all of these are different ways that makes this platform a little bit different. Somebody would probably call it like drip 2.0 or drip on steroids. The most interesting thing that I like about what they are doing is this garden. Let's go ahead and get into this garden. In this garden, and if you're in DeFi, you know about gardens. If any of your platforms have a garden, this one is PLS in, PLS out. That's Pulse. When I say that is on a totally different level, we're going to take the drip garden, for example. You have to take drip and then you have to pair it with BUSD and put it in the garden in order to harvest more LPs. Well, how this garden works is you're going to put in Pulse and harvest Pulse. People don't understand how bullish that is. So, say you went and you made a deposit of Pulse drip and you put your Pulse drip into the system, and then you didn't want to have to keep going and putting more money on the system. So you went ahead and you brought over like a extra $1,000 of Pulse. Well, you can go ahead and sit your Pulse in their garden, and their garden is going to pay you 1.5% a day. It's measured at a 1-to-1 ratio. So for one Pulse, it's one Pulse in, one Pulse out. You know what I mean? It's not going to change hands. It's not going to be some different exchange where you have to put in this much to actually work them out. No, you put in a certain amount of Pulse, and that's how it's going to work. So you put in $1,000. Shoot, you're making what? $10 a day. So you're making $10 worth of Pulse a day. And that $10 worth of Pulse a day could go back into your wallet, or if you were just thinking of doing something very bullish, you would always have funds to buy more Pulse drip and deposit it into your faucet. That is the biggest difference. What they are doing, they're trying to put it on a way of this platform can sustain itself. As long as you put your money here and you house your money here, it's going to work. You don't have to worry about the price of post drip dropping, and then your guarding is being depleted because your guarding is with a totally different asset, and it's actually the native asset of the blockchain. So then that's a plus too, because you can use that to pay for the taxes. You use that to buy other tokens. I mean, come on, the list is just crazy what you can do with that. And another thing that this team did is they have this beautiful anti-whale mechanic. Now, they don't say whales don't come. They just don't want the bad whale behavior that tends to affect the minority. So generally, somebody would max out their wallet in drip, and they would just let it run for a whole month and take out a large amount and sell it on the market, destroying everything that we were trying to build. Well, that can't happen with this. What this is gonna do is, after 7 days, if you haven't done anything to it, then it's not gonna do anything else. It's gonna stop accumulating post drip. Now, some people would say, but why? Because you don't just want every account. Say new people join on post drip and they forget about their wallet, or God forbid something happens to them, and this wallet is just sitting there on our protocol collecting post drip, draining the price of post drip. So if you're not doing an action, if you're not going to compound or you're not going to withdraw, then it's going to stop. And I like that. I like that. That is a very thought out plan. And because they've thought of it like that, that saves a lot of dumping. Someone that can just accumulate 3,000, 10,000, 40,000 post drip and dump it on the community at one time. It would take them quite some time to accumulate that much. And by then, there would be so much positive price action that what they're doing would probably be defeating the purpose, because they could have just taken the money and, used it already. Certain things I like about this team, and what everyone has to understand: if you're tired of getting booted out of the chat for you speaking your mind, if you're tired of being ostracized and ridiculed like you lack the competency to understand price and fluctuation and what is needed to make something positive happen, come to Post Drip. No one's going to kick you out of the chat. We want the words to be said. We want people to speak their mind. We want new ideas. This is how greatness is made. It's a community. And, I can honestly say that it is, the Post Drip chat is so much more a relief than other chats. There is no arguing and no fighting, and someone there acting very arrogant, like making it seem as if what you are doing is quite not on the level of anybody else. So sit in your seat and wait until you are told to stand and speak. Those things don't resonate well with people who are putting their money into something. So if people like drip and you understand drip and you understand the way that drip works, Post Drip works the same way. But for those leeches, you're not going to like Post Drip, because it's going to work towards keeping you from sucking the blood from the golden goose, like what they call it. I mean, yes, it's new, but like I said, new opportunities come new possibilities. So where it could go could be endless. You think about it 6 months from now, and Post Drip could be $10. And meanwhile, you're still sitting in a situation arguing for a change when you could have changed it. So I tell everyone, take the opportunity in self to understand what you want and go for it. Stop waiting around on someone to change your situation for you. No one's going to look out for your better interests. You have to look out for the best interests of yourself. You know, a lot of false promises and a lot of delays. Time will tell how great something will be. So I'm here for the long ride. I hope to see everybody on August the 14th. That's also my birthday. So it's going to be a double celebration. We're going to have the post-drip party, and I'm going to be throwing my own party as well. So to the next time, y'all, enjoy. Stay P dripping, baby.